Hi everybody and welcome to Photomikes Garage. Alright, today, as you can see, we're getting the camping equipment all ready to go. We're going to go camping soon. And of course, we're going to take Winter the Jeep, because we might be doing a little off-roading during our travels. And of course, a Jeep is an awesome vehicle to take camping. Now today I have already done some modifications on Winter the Jeep. I've added these handle inserts. Now I'm not going to make a video specifically on how to install these because it is just too simple and I just cannot bore you with that. So it is a nice little modification. It adds a little bit of accent of color. These handles, as you know, are actually very just boring plastic handles. So adding a little color, a little bit of interest is a good idea. And of course it goes with the camouflage scheme that I have going with Winter. You know, you've got the red accents here, and you can buy this kit for like, I don't know, 10 bucks. 10 bucks, super cheap. It's anodized aluminum, couple of screws, you drill into the plastic here and here, and it goes right on. And you got the 1, you got the 2, you got the 3, 4, and 5 handle inserts. But what I am going to make a video of today for you guys is I am going to eliminate my third brake light here. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks, and it blocks the rear view that you have in this vehicle, which is already not that good because you got the spare tire in the way and you got the wiper motor hanging right here. So any visibility that I can increase out the back is a good idea, and I just think it'll be more cool having lights, brake lights, coming out through the spokes of the wheel. This is supposed to be a pretty simple install, and this is what I got here. It's very simple. As you can see, a bunch of LED lights mounted on a disc with holes to mount it onto your spare tire, and you simply are going to splice the wiring into your existing wiring for your third brake light. I can't see how this could be complicated. Okay, so I will put a link below to where I got this kit. This was cheap, and we'll see how good and how reliable it is, but let's get going with the installation. First thing I'm going to do is take off the spare tire. Spare tire's off. Just open this up, and as you can see, we can access these bolts right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, to try to sort of take things apart. These are Torx head bolts, which makes things a little bit more complicated than it should be necessary. Thank you, Jeep. But luckily I do happen to have a, what is this, a Torx 20, so it's a 20. So let's undo these and see what happens. Okay, that now takes off the light assembly, which we will save. And this wire, this connector, we're going to rewire these wires. We're going to have to cut off this connector here to wire in our new, although cheap looking third brake light. It's very simple, very low quality wiring, but anyway, it should do the job. Yeah, we're going to just splice these in. Then we got this problem. I do not want this periscope type thing. I don't like it. Never have. I'm going to have to cut this off because it's all one molded piece. So basically, we're just going to use a saw, and this is plastic. We're going to cut this off. Being careful not to destroy my paint when I get close to here. Now, of course, the proper way would be to unbolt this whole thing, take it to a bench, and cut this off. But I don't always do things the proper way. I do things the quick way. No turning back now. Okay, the point of no return has been passed. Yes, I know. I've damaged my vehicle. Anyway, now we'll do a little test fit. Okay, so that's going to fit on like that. And I should have done this before I cut that, but I should test it to see if it's working. So I'm just going to connect up the wires here, and then we're going to put this whole thing on. We'll just put one of these nuts on to make sure it doesn't fall off while we're doing our little test here. And let's take the covering off of these wires here. There you go. And there you go. And what I've decided to use, again, not a professional way, but I don't really want to just cut off this connector. I might be able to use this connector in the future. So what I'm going to do is going to put in these splices. These are very cool little devices. And what they do is allow electricity to go. You don't cut the wire, but it will just, this little blade will cut into the insulation, allow electricity to go across from that wire across to your new wire. So that will preserve this connector. If I ever need to use it in the future, I'll just put tape over the end of this, and we'll have our electricity. Okay, I'm assuming red should go with the positive. That goes in right here, just like this, just like that, all the way to the end. And then as we hold it in, down a ways here, there we go. And then using our pliers, we will push this in. There we go. As you can see, we've pushed our little metal blade in. That's made contact between our wire, our original wire, and our new wire, which, as you can see, is firm. Now we just put our little plastic cover over it, and now that's secure. Now we'll do the other side. So, squeeze. Okay, as you can see, I've got my wires spliced into my original harness, and now it's the time to test it. Honey? So now is the time to test it and see if it works. I will get an assistant, I will get an assistant to push on the brakes. Maybe go on the other side, honey. I will get my assistant to push on the brakes, and we'll see this light up brilliantly. I will get my assistant. There we go. Yes. Brakes on, brakes off. On, off. On, off. On, off. On, off. Ah. On, off. On, off. On, off. Yeah. Okay, as you can see, I've got everything taped up with electrical tape, and it looks extremely professional. Okay, the wiring is now done. Now we just mount the wheel back on. All right, the installation is complete. Spare tires back on. Can't see the wiring or how I butchered that. And you can see the LED lights. And that's what it looks like from far away. And the periscope is now gone. You got better visibility out the back. It's all good. Now, let's turn on the brake lights. I'll get my assistant to do that, and we'll see what it looks like. This is, of course, in the middle of the day, and I'm sure it'll be quite bright at night, but let's just check it out right now. Brakes on? Yes. Yes, indeed. On, off. 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 I'm just doing that to see if I can piss off my brake assistant. All right, there you have it. A very simple and easy install. If I can do it, you can do it for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time. Brake on, off, 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 off, on. I know I'm pissing somebody off. Oh, that's so bright. That's awesome. Awesome. That's awesome.